I've never felt that I was ever good enough. I've always at work. I've always been the fuck up. The as my old coworkers used to say, the fumbleini, the mess master. It's something I've always struggled with. It's something I'm always trying to improve. And even in school, like I went to I went to the smart kid school. It was an IB. It wasn't private, but it was charter, so it was kind of on that edge. And everybody else, they're always, oh damn, I got a 90. I'm gonna retake all that stuff, right? And I was happy I got like a 75 or an 80. When I got an 85, that was a good day. I would be ecstatic, jumping for joy. But it's always been something I struggle with, and it's something I always think about, trying to get better, trying to improve myself. And even now, with like the shows I watch, Dragon Ball, I just started Mob Psycho. Um, they're always improving themselves. They're always getting better. E, they're always getting better. Like Dragon Ball. I don't look at Goku. I don't look at Vegeta. I don't look at Gohan. I look at Krillin, because that's who I am. I'm the Krillin or the Yamcha of my story. Somebody who they try, but they're never as good as the Goku or the Vegetas, or honestly Mr. Satan. But he's never in the stories. So, but like the Krillins, they try their best. But even in the show, he knows he's not the best. He doesn't get the respect he deserves almost ever. But that's kind of how I feel, and it's something, like I said, I've always been working on. And I feel like in life, it's something kind of you can't ever get over, especially when you're always the underachiever, or or like my coworkers, the mess master. That's what I'm always doing at work. I'm making a mess. But that's who I am. I make a mess, but I always clean it up. That's what I always make sure to do. Even when I fuck up, even when I make a huge ass mess, I clean it up. Like I remember at my old job, Buffalo Wild Wings, there was this teriyaki sauce. I had to climb like a big ass shelf to get it, right? And I guess I knocked over the container. 5, 10 minutes later, yo, yo, New York, yo, Juno, come back here. And guess what? There was a huge ass mess. Teriyaki sauce from like wall to wall. It was like a foot wide, like half a foot long. They were like, y'all clean that shit up, man. They expected it though. They knew exactly who did it. They didn't even ask nobody else. They knew it was me, because that's always what I do. But it's something you kind of come to terms with, is that that's who you are. You'll never be greater than your biggest failure, which is something I've never said out loud, but it's something I've always thought is, will I ever actually amount to anything? I feel like I'll be the stereotypical 9 to 5, hate my job. By 40, I'm having a midlife crisis. Nah, not even 40, by 30. Because even right now, fresh out of high school, I've been working since 16. I turned 16, immediately started applying. I won't lie, I started applying like a week before I turned. But like I hate my I hate my job, and I feel like that'll be me for the rest of my life, no matter what I find. But I feel like that's just kind of the I guess the archetype of being the fuck up. But it always hurts to know that no matter how much I try, I never put it, like my boss said, I don't apply myself enough, because I guess in the end of the day, I don't care about my job. I didn't care about school. Oof. Wish I did, but that's kind of gonna be what I'm gonna be saying in the future. Oh, I wish when I was at Chili's, I tried harder so I could build up those fundamental skills. I wish when I was at Beat Ups I tried harder. I wish when I was searching for a job I didn't go for the restaurant, because that's where I'm at. Is I'm not going to college, but I was gonna go to culinary school, because I got a fast food job. I said, you know what, I kind of like this. I then moved it up. I went to a sports bar. Ooh, sports bars. And I'm like, yo, I fuck with this. But I only fucked with it because I fucked with my coworkers and my management. Like the managers, they love teaching me shit. Now I'm at Chili's. They don't teach me shit. I stay in my zone. I stay making the triple dippers all day, every night. and it kind of killed that passion I had. So I bye bye culinary school. I don't want to do that, and because I don't have any, like I said, I my boss put it in the best words he could. I don't apply myself, so I don't really. I look at college, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do that. That's a lot of work. So I said military. Um, not really a better choice, right? But it's also like I see all the things you see on Instagram. You see, of course it's Instagram, but like you see everybody, like you see the guys, they have master degrees, bachelor degrees. Like I saw one, it was like data and analysis. He's applying to retail. He has this big degree, but he's applying to retail. Like I don't want to be that guy that puts all this work into a degree, is really passionate and excited about the field I'm going into, and I can't because the job market doesn't work out, or I really need money, so I have to get retail, or I have to go back to the restaurant industry. Like that's what I'm always scared about, and especially with me being the underachiever or the underperformer, I wouldn't care to try enough to get that job I want. I wouldn't care to do this, to do that, to do this, that, and the third. I always disappoint, and the person I always disappoint is myself. By far the most. Excuse me. Sorry, is me. And this is what this kind of is taking all the things I think, which I don't do often, but everything that I think and putting into words to help me better express myself, but also become more articulate, because that's a very very important skill. It's like the put the ooh, put the pen in your mouth and try speaking. Bad example. You couldn't understand shit, but like that type of thing, because always being the failure, always never being good enough, is you always try to get better, but you never do, or you never do as fast as anybody else. Like, and for me, I feel like that's showing out in kind of, I didn't have a rebellious phase, but what I did, like Wingstop, my very first job, immediately started Multa all day, every day, right? And then even now, like I got a little heavy bag set up. Like I love fighting. I do that every day, or not every day, but I try and find my coworkers. Like they're down for it. It's like friendly fades, but we do beat the shit out of each other. But like that's what I'm getting good at, and that's kind of, I guess, like the rebellious phase I had, where it was you just do dumb shit, because what else can you do? You're not gonna amount to anything bigger. Um, and yeah, it sucks because like even now, I'm kind of the bad kid. I guess that sounds so cringy, but like I go all all the time, or I used to, and like it's hard because like in shows like I'm watching Mob Psycho, and I watched like half of it before, but now it's like you see him, like I see so much of myself in like the very beginning of him, like the kind of this scene when he's like playing soccer, he's tired, he can't jump outside to hit the ball, he doesn't pass, he misses. That hits way too close to home because I love soccer. I played all the time, or I did, and that was me. I was always trying. Like I could only do defense because if I had to pass, I could do passing. I could do really good crosses, but I could never shoot, and even passing was unreliable, especially if there was like hella people, because I didn't know what to do, or I wasn't like I never was physically, I guess, gifted in that way to be able to do it, and I guess that leads into like always being clumsy. Like I'm known as the klutz. That's awful because I'm always hitting my head. The amount of concussions I've probably had just from hitting my head on everything, like all the minor hits, CTE for life. But like that's something I've been working on, and being not being good enough. You kind of take the little things. Like for the military, I've been doing hella sit-ups. I'm inconsistent, but it's better than nothing. And I can even see with my balance. Like I started skating, started doing hobbies. But even in those hobbies, I guess it goes back to that don't apply yourself enough. I always seem to just never stick with it. Never be consistent enough. Like I'll do it every once in a while. I'll do it like once a week, once every other week, a couple times a week, or I'll get into this phase Do it for every day, for a week, a month, and then whoosh, dive bombs. Don't do it ever again. Don't do it for 2 months. Don't do it for 3 months. I do that with running. Oof, cardio bad. You can tell by this little thing, but you never get good. Like my manager at Chili's, he skates. He can hit a kickflip on command. I can barely even do an ollie. And I've been skating for a few months. I just don't push myself to the limit. Like I never have. Like I've never been good at anything, even video games. I play those since I was a kid. Like Rainbow Six Siege all the time. I've been playing that shit for a good like 8 years, give or take. Dog shit. But it like it hurts the soul to be like, yeah, it's something I've been doing for like 8 years, ever since I was a kid. The fuck is that? Oh, it's an ant. Sorry. Something I've been doing ever since I was a kid. Not even a kid. I guess 10. I'm 18. Damn. That's a little crazy, but I'm still not good at it. I never will be. Like my homie, he got into the game 3 years ago. He was awful. First year and a half, awful. We'd clown on him. He's better than me, bro. My other homeboy, he's way better than me. He's platinum. I'm bronze, if that. Like even in his games, I can do good, but I'll never get out of that low rank. I'll forever be stuck. It hurts the soul, and it's something you kind of learn to take the failures as what it is. That's who you are. You're gonna fail, and a lot of people have like big successes, but I've never had one of those. Like I look back at all my jobs, at school, at everything. It's always been fail, fail, fail. Tiny success, tiny, woo, psh, right back down. And it sucks. Like, I guess there's no moral to the story on this one. Hopefully I get better at speaking and articulating like my words. And I'm hoping this becomes more of a philosophy type videos where I can better articulate what I want to say, how I want to say it, and get more complex ideas out there. Because that's mainly what it is, to help my brain. All that short form content has rotted it. Even this has been a struggle. Having to stare at myself. Ooh. Nasty. But yeah, it's like fucking 3:30 in the morning. I have to go to work at 8. Yeah, even at work, like there's nothing I'm good at work. Like I'm good at the only thing I do there, but that's because I do that shit every day in, day out. But it's there's never really any, maybe because I'm 18. I still got hella time. There's a future ways away. I'll get good at something eventually. Hopefully. But that's all it is. It's a hope. It's a dream. But it's never concrete. And even this video, I've been putting it off. I wanted to do it last night. I wanted to do it a month ago. I wanted to do it fucking a year ago. Never have, never will. Not will. Doing it now. Unedited, going straight to upload. Messy hair and everything. Yeah, I guess I've said everything I can say. I don't got the brain capacity to put it into words. Nah, wait. I do. I got a little bit more. But even then, like for me personally, maybe everybody has different experiences with it, especially when it comes to like being smart and shit. But like I'm not dumb, but I always play into that character because it's easy. Because like at work, at least at my old job, it meant I had to do less. It meant that when I did actually make a mistake, that wasn't on purpose. It didn't hurt as much because that's Houston. He always does that. That's just him. But when a lot of times it was kind of a little bit on purpose. They'd ask me something, I get it wrong, or I would use like smaller words because like that's one thing coming from a smarter school is I've noticed. Like I remember at Wingstop, they always said like this one chick I'd always take home would always make fun of me. She wouldn't make fun of me, but it would be like, yo, you use like big words when you should be using little words. Like you just pulled that shit out your ass. There's no way you know what that means. Like I would do that shit all the time where I would just kind of like dumb down what I say, or I would just sound a little stupider, just because it made work easy. But then it gets bad when Like, yeah, I did that at the smart kid school because everybody else was actually smarter than me. So you play yourself down a lot more. So then when you actually get it wrong, it doesn't hurt as much. Ego wise, I guess, because I'm a very prideful, confident person. Um, so it always kind of protected that in yourself. But oh yeah, but like even at school, like I remember one time I was a dickhead. I just decided this kid left his mouse on the desk. I don't know why I did it. I bought that kid a new mouse because I felt really bad. I just deconstructed it. And then the kid came back, yo, they deconstructed my mouse. Who did it? It was sitting at my desk. It was obvious. Teacher was like, why the fuck do you do that? But this other hella kids were like, yo, he's not dumb. He's not smart enough to know how to deconstruct that shit. You see, there's a screw. Does he have a screwdriver? No, but I used I had this like card and it was thick. So I just unscrewed it with the card. But like that, I love deconstructing shit and re-putting it back together. But I just fucking snapped shit. I was just being an asshole. Um, and everybody was like, nah. Like this one chick was like, I believe if he did, he would put it back together. But I don't believe he's smart enough to know how to do that. It's deconstructed, like to the bone. He can't do that. And it hurt the soul because it's like, yo, that's what people think of me. I did it. I'm not gonna admit to it because I don't want to get in trouble. But damn, I'm not that dumb, am I? And just every single day there was something small like that. It just compounded. Whether it was at work, at school, or just a personal little like defeat. Like, oh, you didn't wake up. You just decided to sleep in. You're just being lazy. You're being this. You're being that. And it slowly wears you down. Sorry, excuse me. But I guess that's where I'm at with like the military. Is it's kind of where the failures go. You don't got nothing else to do. You don't got nothing else going for you. So you go there because why not? You get something out of it at least. You get a broken body, PTSD, and a hell of benefits. Living off that disability. But nah, I got plans after. Hopefully. But I guess, yeah, like I said, I hope to turn this into something bigger, something, build up my mind, build up my articulation skills. And hopefully I actually upload on this. Hopefully there's another video coming after. And hopefully I get better with fucking with everything. But